He don't know no English, so he just looking at dudes, right? He just looking at dudes, and he has no fear on his face at all.
Like the what you do, see me with the crew. Had to get some food. I see you looking like you do. Had to make a move. Feel like gotta groove in a Jimmy Choo. Break the rules. No, you're not a fool, but I'm in the mood.
Alright, y'all, it's Nate Almighty, aka the Global Dark Skin Ambassador, man, with another Rikers Island story on the late night. It's probably about 1 a.m., you know what I'm saying? I'm outside making a store run. But this story is going to be about how there was an M13 gang member who went to the crib, right, and scared the whole house. Had the blood shook, man. Listen. I recently made a video where I was talking about how a Crip was being a bully, and he got his nose broken with a phone, right, for getting the wrong person upset. And then somebody commented and said, hey, you love your homies. And I'm like, listen, I'm neutral. I don't support no gangs. I support real men doing real man things. Yes, I do. But not no gangs. So it forced me to get in my bag. And this is not my story, but this is a story that a brother of mine who I was locked up with, official dude, I'm not going to say his name. He's still in the streets. He don't want me to say his name, but he did give me permission to share this story. And like I said, this story is about how a MS-13 came to the crib, had all the blood shook, big gangster. Now, me personally, I've come across Latin Kings on Rikers Island. I've come across Patias on Rikers Island. I personally have never came across a MS-13 gang member on Rikers Island. However, in this particular situation, this brother did, okay? And this brother was on the team of the crib where this happened. This brother said, hey, listen, it might make me look a little bad, and I was supposed to hold it down. So don't tell my name, but this is how the story went, right? So like I said, this is my boy. This is how it goes. Now, when I first arrived on the island, there was the era of the plastic chairs. Now, these plastic chairs, heavily esteemed items in any house, any cell house, because the malls did not have these chairs, right? So it's as simple as this. There'd be 3 to 5 chairs that would fit the 2 people that ran the house and then a couple other people that was on the team, right? So these were supposed to be the biggest, baddest, toughest dudes inside any particular house. They all had chairs, and it was like this. If it was all bloods, then it wouldn't matter what color chair you had, you on the team. But it's like, if you was a Latin King and there was a yellow chair, you was supposed to fight for a yellow chair, right? Fight for a chair, take the yellow chair, hold it down. If you was a blood, you sit in a red chair. You was a Crip, you sit in a blue chair, blah, 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 you feel me? Now, how the story goes is that on one particular day, everyone is chilling. It's nighttime. While it's nighttime, a couple new cats come into the cell. Now, one of those new cats, short, stocky, Mexican, right? Right? Mexicans are MS-13, right? Listen, I'm not the gang aficionado, the gang connoisseur. I don't know all this stuff. But I assume he was Mexican. Why? Because the dude telling me a story, he told me he was Mexican, right? So, he comes into the crib, right? Everyone else is looking more gangster than him. He don't know no English. So he just looking at dudes, right? He just looking at dudes, and he has no fear on his face at all. No fear on his face, you know what I'm saying? So like I said, he's at the A and B gates. So dudes is looking at him from the other side, you know. It's just like what you see in jail with a new guy. He's going past the cells and everybody looking at him, talking, you know what I'm saying, trying to size him up. Dude was like 5'2", 5'3", short, stocky. I'm telling you exactly how he told me. Short, stocky dude, right? No fear in his face. Mexican dude. Tattoos all over. No fear in his face, right? But you know, this Rikers Island, right? The Bloods run everything, and the Bloods still run Rikers Island, by the way. They ran Rikers Island before this day. They still run Rikers Island now. Only people who run Rikers Island more than the Bloods is the police. And you know, the police is the police. They the real big homies, you feel me? But it's nighttime. So if it's daytime, you know, new dudes will come in. And if they want, they can set up their stuff in their cell. And then they could come back out and go into the day room. And if you're going to be a day room dummy, you're going to sit down. If you're going to be tough, you're going to stand up. If you really going to be tough and make a statement, you're going to pull a chair. Now, if you watch my previous videos, you'll see how I stated that in this era where they still had chairs, because the fighting got so crazy over the chairs, they ended up taking the chairs all together. So nobody could fight over chairs, you know what I'm saying? Dudes still fought for team spots and all that, but anyways, nothing happened at first day. Nothing happened that first night because it was close to bedtime. The Mexican did not come out, right? The Mexican did not come out. Now, the next morning, it got a little bit tricky. Now, this is where it's about to get real gangster and real gully. You ready for it? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Now, the very next day, dudes is coming out of their cells. Dudes is about to go to school and all that, right? So look, while everyone is coming out of their house, dudes is, you know what I'm saying, frolicking and stuff like that. It's nothing. Dudes go to school. Dudes come back. So now school is over. Niggas went to the gym. Niggas come back to the gym. Now everybody in the day room. So this is how the story goes. While everybody's going into the day room, right? Nobody is really sitting down yet, right? This Mexican goes inside the day room, right? Picks up every single chair in the house, right? It's about 5, 6 chairs. Stacks them all on top of each other, right? Sits down on top of all of the chairs in front of everybody. And although he couldn't say any English at all, he could say 2 words. This mines. This mines. You wanna know what this mines meant? This crib is mines. I'm the boss of all of y'all. All of y'all, right? So now, everyone is shocked. According to how the story goes, right? And initial protocol, when somebody who nobody knows attempts to pull a chair, immediately the dudes that have rocket spots, the dudes that's on the team, and the dudes that got the crib, they're supposed to rush you, spank you out the crib because you didn't go through proper channels, you didn't go through the proper protocol, you didn't step to none of the toughest dudes in the house and say, hey, listen, I want to be on the team, I want to fight for it, and then the fight will be organized in somebody's cell, or in the corner, or in the shower room, right? So boom. They try to go rush this MS-13. Mind you, they didn't even know he was MS-13 yet, right? But when they about to rush him, little dude ups a big ass piece of a radiator. I don't know what the hell. Just a big ass shank, shiv, whatever. Just a big ass. How he got it, don't know. But he ended up coming in with it, right? He backed it out, and then he said something in Spanish, and something that he said sounded like MS-13 to him, right? Boom. So now, it's day room dummies, right? That's Spanish. So they're like, yo, first of all, how you get that shank? And second of all, ask him what he banged and what is he doing sitting in these chairs, and do he know what's going on and what's about to happen in? So then they go talk to the Spanish dude. So they had the Spanish day room dummy go talk to the dude who they didn't know was MS-13, right? And then he talked to them in Spanish for a little while, and then he walked back to the dudes that's running the house, and they said, well, he said he's MS-13, and he was giving orders to take over the crib and stab anybody that act like they got a problem. Period. Stab anybody that act like they got a problem. So, with that being said, I don't know why, for what reason. I think it's just because it was adolescence, and I guess, because I wasn't there, I guess they didn't have the resources to bang it out with the MS-13 cat. I guess they figured we not about to really stab it out with you over these chairs. I guess that's what, these dudes that, you know what I'm saying, is allegedly the biggest, toughest dudes in the world, either out in the town or in their crib. This is the first time somebody actually pulled out a shank, a shiv, whatever, and was like, let's get it, what's up? This crib is mine, right? Crib is mine. So what they did was they oh shit, whole bug just flew on me just now. These bugs down here is disrespectful. But where was I? Where the hell was I? See? But anyways, they decided to fall back and they wasn't gonna bang it out. And for the rest of that day, right, that Mexican sat on all of them chairs like a gangster, looking at all the dudes, wishing they would do something. He was ready to go. Ready to go. And you want to know how this story ended? Want to know how the story ended? The very next morning, it's a random search, right? Inside the whole house. And they end up finding the shank, right? They rearrested him, sent him to the box. Sent the young MS-13 homie to the box, right? After being so gangster, right? It just so happened the very next day, they caught him with the shank. He went down, they sent him to the box, right? Now, I believe somebody snitched on him. Somebody snitched on him because it's real convenient. It's real convenient that a house full of people, especially bloods, you know what I'm saying? Like, a house full of inmates, dudes got tobacco, dudes got weed, all type of shit, right? Right? But yet, the police come, they know exactly where to look, you know what I'm saying? They knew exactly where his hiding spot was at, right? And then they locked him up, and the major threat of the house is gone within 24 hours. And this has happened to other people in cribs that I'm in. So while he telling me the story, I'm like, he got told on. Simple as that, he got told on. They told on him, they got him up out of there because he was too gangster. Way too gangster. And that's the story about the gangster MS-13 that had the bloods on smash, all right? Now, people be wanting me to go into more detail with a lot of these stories. I know I be vague in a lot of these stories, but this is the thing. I'm talking about real situations that happen. Not all these stories are mine. These stories are either mine, I seen it happen to somebody else in court or something, or somebody I know told me this story. Period. You know what I'm saying? But if you really want details and stuff like that, I'm going to have to start a Patreon, and then dudes is going to have to become Patreon members, right? Like this stuff is pay-per-view. All this extra detail stuff, all this extra stuff that I got with women and all that other stuff, y'all going to have to get on Patreon for that, man. I'm going to start a Patreon. Y'all going to have to get down, man. I'm telling you, man. It's going to be exclusive, man. I got exclusive street stories while I still ain't going to be saying too much, but I'm going to reveal even more information, you know what I'm saying? As much as I can without dry snitching or incriminating myself. And also, I got way more legendary stories, story times with women, you know what I'm saying? Like, see, on Patreon, I could block out chicks' faces, right? I could block out chicks' faces, show nudes, all that, man, so y'all can really see how I'm giving it up. But let me know if y'all want that. Let me know if y'all gonna sign up for the Patreon, man. You gotta let me know what the situation is, you feel me? But other than that, that's the end of this Rikers Island story, man. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Thank you to my subscribers, my loyal subscribers. If I made you want to subscribe after you watch this story, I appreciate you too, man. I love y'all. Let's stay positive. Always remember, my point for doing these stories is I want to spook kids out of going to jail. I want to be the person who could be like Hov, where Hov said, Hov did that. So hopefully you won't have to go through that. Peace.